Guys, what's up? It's Mandy. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do another video today and it's called What I've Learned from Middle School. So this year I'm entering 9th grade and I'm super excited to be starting high school, but I wanted to reflect a little bit about what I've learned from my 4 years of middle school. And over the years I've definitely had really great times, but I've also, been through some struggles with schoolwork and stress and lots of high expectations. So I wanted to reflect on a bunch of things that I've learned. I believe there's 11 things that I came up with that I wanted to share with you guys, and I hope you guys like it. So let's just get on with the video. The first thing I'm going to talk about is friends. It is definitely common that you might drift away from a few of your friends that you were close to in elementary school and now you're not as close to them in middle school. And it is just bound to happen considering the circumstances. But whatever your situation you're in, I know it is definitely possible to reunite with them outside of school or later in middle school when you might have more classes together. Just try to stay connected through phones or at a device of some sort, or maybe just getting together, at the mall or at the movies or whatever you guys want to do. But that way you can still stay connected. If you do really want to hang out with them, just make sure to surround yourself with people that make you feel good about yourself, not people that are going to put you down, because that's just not any fun. And why are you going to be with the people if they're not going to make you happy? And yes, you might have your ups and downs. Just try to surround yourself with people that you enjoy hanging out with and are good, genuine friends. Number 2, makeup. That is, I have talked about this in one of my previous videos about self-confidence, but I'm not going to really get into that too much in this, just briefly talk about it. So, a lot of kids in middle school do start to wear makeup, which you do not have to, because I, myself, didn't even start wearing makeup till 8th grade, and I'm not even wearing makeup now. And I only wear it when I want to. Seriously, I cannot stress this enough that you do not have to wear makeup. It's not something that's one of the dress code laws or anything of the school. You do not have to. If you do not want to, or maybe your parents don't want you to, or whatever it is, you do not have to wear makeup. And it is perfectly okay not to wear it at all. Maybe you don't even want to wear it in middle school because it's not necessary. And even just a little makeup is fine. That's great if you want to, but you don't feel like you have to. Number 3, stress and expectations. The stress and expectations level is definitely going to get higher as you move up into middle school. Just like as in elementary school, it probably was a lot easier in kindergarten than it was in 4th grade. So just get used to it, because eventually you have to, you're probably used to getting it more difficult in the first place. This is probably a bigger jump than you're used to. But as you go from 5th grade to 8th grade, it's probably more likely that it'll get harder as you go. And that is to be expected, because as the grades get higher, you have to learn more difficult things, and the expectations are a lot more than they used to be. Kind of goes along with expectations, but tests and quizzes. So this is definitely a major thing you have to look out for in middle school, because tests and quizzes show up all the time. And especially when you get into 7th and 8th grade, you're probably going to have at least one test or quiz every week. And you might only call them tests, but usually you have more quizzes than tests. So tests would be like at the end of a unit, and quizzes would be you have a few of them towards the end. So let's say you're learning about, you're learning about the different, the human body or something. You're learning about the human body system. Let's just say that. You are probably going to have a few quizzes on the different, topics of that chapter. And by the end, you're probably going to have a test on all of those things. So study your quizzes, and hopefully your teacher gives them back to you, does not keep them in the class or whatever. Make sure you have all the correct answers. So if you struggled on those quizzes, you don't have to worry about those as much, because they will not count for much as your grade as far as I'm concerned. That's how it was in my school. So don't worry about quizzes as much. You should still take them seriously, but tests are what you should really focus on studying more for, because you should take all the information you've learned from the quizzes and use that to study for the test. And take good notes, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because this video is going to be really long, but just know that tests usually are worth more than quizzes, but they will come up way more often than they used to in elementary school, but it's just a big jump, but you'll get used to it. So the 5th thing I want to talk about is extra help. Usually teachers in middle school offer some extra practice or extra help or whatever you want to call it after school, maybe during lunch or before school, when there's not a lot going on with like a full class. So this is could be individual or a small group. I usually go with a few other people, sometimes offered, like your teacher will say, I'll be here after school if you need me to go anything over with you, if you do not understand from today's lesson, or if you want extra help before a quiz or a test that you're struggling with. And I can definitely recommend that you go to Extra Help anytime it's offered. So this is going to be kind of a short one because I don't have a lot to say about this, but number 6, freedom. You are definitely going to have a lot more freedom than you did in elementary school, and this is definitely a positive thing for most people because they do not want to have their teacher walk them all the way to lunch and all the way back to lunch, and you want to talk to your friends, and you can talk in the hallway, you know, unlike an elementary school where you had to be completely silent as you walked down the hallway, and you'd probably have to go to the end of the line if you were talking. But this way, if you're quiet enough and whatever, I'm not trying to sound like a teacher or mom or whatever, but you are able to talk with your friends most likely in the hallway. So unless I could be telling you the wrong information, you might have to be silent, or obviously you have to be respectful of the other classes around you. But you are able to have more freedom, and you can go to classes by yourself. So the next one is definitely ask questions anytime you are just a teeny bit unsure. And I even find myself to not always ask questions, and it kind of in the long run doesn't work out because you didn't do as well as you hoped on a quiz or a test, and it kind of stinks because you said, alright, if I could have asked that question I probably would have done a lot better. Or if it was just one little piece that kind of ruined your chances of getting an A instead of a B+, or something you really needed to move up your grade for some sort of reason, or you wanted to get all A's or whatever. And I'm not saying you do have to get all A's, and that is perfectly fine if you do not. But asking questions always helps because even if you're just a teeny bit unsure, you are definitely more likely to succeed. And succeed does not mean getting perfect A's all the time, but if you do have that high expectation for yourself of getting straight A's, I definitely don't think it's necessary, but if it is for yourself, asking questions is definitely the right way to go. So as in the stressed out song, you know, now you're insecure and care what people think is definitely something that middle school comes along with. You're probably going to be more insecure and maybe your confidence level will drop, and I definitely found that for myself, that I do definitely care what people think, and I'm much more insecure than I was, just like the song says. And just try not to care what other people think about you, and maybe they don't even think what you're thinking in your head, saying, okay, this person's probably going to criticize my outfit, and they probably don't like my hair, and you might be worrying for nothing. And you do not have to worry about it, though. Even if this person didn't like who you are, not everyone's going to like how you dress, or how your hair is, or what your makeup's like, or what kind of glasses you have, or whatever it is. And just try to let all those worries go away and just have confidence in yourself. Be confident in who you are and not about what some other person thinks. So the next thing I want to talk about is definitely try to stay focused when you're doing your homework or studying or whatever your assigned things are you have to do that particular night. Procrastination is definitely something that can get the best of us. And I think we all do it at some point. You know, some people do it more than others, but if you try to stay away from procrastination, it'll definitely help you stay focused. And just try to get your homework done as, you know, not fast, don't rush through it. Take your time, but don't sit there, you know, kind of focusing, kind of not. Just try to stay focused. If you need to shut off your phone or you need to listen to music or whatever it is that helps you stay focused, try to do that so you can get your homework done as soon as possible, because then you can have the rest of your night just to enjoy and chill out, watch TV, do whatever, because I know myself that I like a lot of free time, and having to do homework all night is definitely not what I want to do during my free time. Finding good ways to study is definitely how you're going to succeed on your quizzes and tests. Maybe it's by using Quizlet, because I know that is definitely a good strategy for me, that it helps you studying vocab words. You can make yourself fake tests and quizzes and stuff like that, so it's basically simulating what the test or quiz might be like in your class, which is definitely helpful. And maybe it's just reading the textbook, but that is apparently not a very good way to study. It's scientifically proven that studying with your friends or with a group is better, or that's what I've heard my teachers say. I'm not positive, but whatever works for you, try to stick with that. Or maybe you can find cool ways on Pinterest or whatever it is. I did find this cool thing that I did pin on my Pinterest somewhere, I think in the likes or something, that said something about how different strategies are helping you more succeed, or whatever. It's like write in blue ink over black ink or something like that. You know, maybe whatever you do, just try to find good ways to study, because it'll definitely help you in the long run. And lastly, enjoy middle school while it's here, because middle school is gonna fly by, and really you're gonna think this is gonna be the longest 4 years of my life. Think twice about that, because I was halfway through middle school and could not believe I got through 5th and 6th grade. It was insane. And maybe not all of you have 5th and 6th grade for middle school, but I did. And you just have to enjoy it because it's not going to stay forever. But, you know, while you're doing it, just try to make the best of it, even if you don't like school. And if it's too hard or whatever, just, you know, listen to all those listen to your teachers, be nice to them, make new friends, meet new people, and take opportunities, and don't worry about what other people think. And if you listen to all those things, you're going to have a great time in middle school. And if you do not like middle school, just try to make the best of it, because it's not going to be here forever. And, you know, this is a really important part of your life, I think. Even if it's not your favorite, just, it is what it is, and make the best of it. And maybe you'll really enjoy it, even though you don't think you're going to. You really might. That is it for my What I've Learned from Middle School video. I hope you guys liked it and have taken my advice. If you are already starting school, I hope you have a great start to the school year, or if you haven't yet, I hope it's great when you start, and that it might be difficult at first, but don't worry, because it definitely gets better. And middle school is a big jump. From elementary to middle school is a big jump, but it'll get easier, so don't worry. Everything will be amazing. So I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Please check out Alyssa, my friend's YouTube channel. She just started it. I'm going to leave the link below. And it's called Allie's Little Corner. She does not currently have any videos, but I know she's going to have some very soon. And she's really excited, and I think she'd really appreciate it if you guys subscribed. And I think that's it. So thanks for watching this video, and bye guys!